Namaste, Hamesha Khush Raho Bitya. My name is Manisha Singh. Today I am teaching you recent advances in dehydration of food in subject Principles of Food Preservation in discipline Food and Biotechnology. Now let's start with the microwave drying. Microwave using Microwave drying uses electrical energy in the frequency range of 300 megahertz to 300 gigahertz, with 2450 megahertz being the most commonly used frequency. Microwaves are generated inside an oven by stepping up the alternating current from domestic power lines at a frequency of 60 Hz up to 2450 megahertz. A device called magnetron which accomplishes it. The use of microwave energy for drying has been demonstrated to have moderately low energy consumption. The volumetric heating and reduced processing time make microwaves an attractive source of thermal energy. Since microwaves alone cannot complete a drying process, it is recommended to combine techniques such as forced air or vacuum in order to further improve the efficiency of the microwave process. When the material couples with microwave energy, heat is generated within the product through molecular excitation. The critical next step is to immediately remove the water vapor. A very simple technique for removing the water is to pass air over the surface of the material, hence combining processes to form what is called microwave convective drying. The air temperature passing through the product can be varied to shorten the drying time. In order to control the product's temperature, either power density or duty cycle must be controlled, and it is mainly in the falling rate period that the use of the microwaves can prove most beneficial. As the material absorbs the microwave energy, a temperature gradient occurs where the center temperature is greater, forcing the moisture out. It is clear that the drying takes place in the falling rate period. The electric loss factor of a material is a measure of the ability of material to dissipate electric energy, and it is important to realize that dielectric properties are specific only for a given frequency and materials property. The dry electric properties change as a function of a temperature and moisture. Hence, the uniformity of moisture and drying temperature govern the uniformity of the drying process. Then the use of microwave energy in drying offers reduced drying times and complements conventional drying in later stages by specifically targeting the internal residual moisture. The drying of banana slices with microwave demonstrated that good quality dried products can be achieved by varying power density and duty cycle time. In dried carrots, quality improvement was found in color, shrinkage, and rehydration property. The quality of raisins dried by microwave was superior to hot air dried samples in color, damage, darkness, crystallized sugar, stickiness, and uniformity. Next is superheated steam drying. Drying with superheated steam in the absence of air in a medium composed entirely of steam. The ability of superheated steam to dry food material is due to the addition of sensible heat to raise its temperature above the corresponding saturation temperature at a given pressure. It is necessary to exhaust the evaporated water from the produce until the pressure develops beyond certain limit. After that, excess steam will be released. The great advantage is that recycling of drying method is possible provided additional sensible heat is added. Besides, any conventional convection and conduction dryer could be easily converted to use superheated steam, fixed bed, fluidized bed, flash, impingement, pneumatic, and spray dryers are used for superheated steam technology for quality drying of produces. Next is super steam fluidized drying. Trials indicate that SS drying could be effectively used for many products like cornstarch, potato starch, and for making other byproducts. However, particles that are too large or fine producers are impossible to dry in a fluidized bed. The model was developed based on the diffusivity theory and uses a number of assumptions. Among them are condensation of water vapor on samples occurs below the boiling point of the water. All the heat transferred into the sample surface is used for evaporation when the sample temperature is equal to the boiling point. Boiling point of water changes the pressure in the local point of sample. Overall heat transfer coefficient on the sample surface includes thermal radiation from the drying medium, and drying process is complete when the temperature of the sample is higher than the boiling point of the water. Next, impingement drying with SS. Though it is mainly used in paper industries, in the food industry, air impingement is used for baking and cooking of the food products such as potato chips, pizza, cookies, and flatbreads. Low-fat potato chips can be prepared by this method. And SS processed potato chips retained more vitamin C and were better in texture than air-dried samples. It is observed that mass transfer was following Fick's law of diffusion, and heat transfer within the potato was considered to follow Fourier's law of conduction. However, attention should be given to the effect of SS impingement drying on product quality, including shrinkage, crispness, and microstructure. SS flash drying, food products sensitive to high temperature have a high potential to be processed with SS flash drying when processing is under vacuum. Pneumatic or flash drying is a process in which the transported gas change into the superheated steam, and it is mainly used by the dry organic compounds like lignite, bark, peat, and pulp. Next is hybrid drying or combination drying. Hybrid drying techniques are becoming common since the combined technology receives the benefits of individual process. Combination drying systems were tested by Feng, and the number of combinations possible is vast, and as technology continues to improve, more will be developed. Adding a microwave system to a spouted bed system combines the benefits offered by each technology. The microwave action decreases drying time, while the fluidization produced by the spouting system improves drying uniformity, thus reducing the burning. Thermal vacuum dryer intended for drying agricultural products can be manufactured with cheap and widely used materials such as wood or plastics. The drying time and total energy consumption was favorably 50% lower than freeze drying alone. High initial cost, loss of aroma, degradation of texture is some of the disadvantages of microwave drying, and combination drying with an initial conventional drying process followed by a finished microwave or microwave vacuum process has proven to reduce the drying time while improving product quality and minimizing energy requirements. Hope you all are satisfied with this session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University Jaipur. If you have any query, please mention it in a comment box. I will resolve them whenever we have a live session. Thank you so much for watching this video.